So someone asked a really great question. If Trump loses in this coming election, will he run again in 2028? A couple of things. A, he'll be too old. I think that I don't think he's well. Years of snorting, what's that, tension drug, whatever he uses. That's why they wear diapers, and they say he poops himself and stuff. I think 4 more years. See, rich people can always get things to hide mental instability. They can hide alcoholism. It's always been that way. Rich people just can hide things better. It isn't even so much like they're getting cured if they're just able to hide things. That's A. B, all the cases that we're looking at, some of the cases that we don't pay attention to, will be adjudicated at that point. And so much of what Trump and the GOP does, I think, is to buy time. Like, they'll lie and they know it's not true, but they'll just buy time. And then eventually they'll just be like, they don't care. Like Trump talking about caravans, and then we got elected, he stopped talking about it. That's how it works. There is no long-term strategy with the GOP because there just isn't. Everything is day by day. There are no hard and fast rules. The heroes of today, tomorrow, there'll be people that are openly attacked and denounced. That's what Trump is. That's what the GOP is. You know, Trump calling Giuliani a baby. That's what I mean. This is your turn. This is your guy, and you're attacking him. So that's the two things. A, it'll be too old. I think he'll be totally IVC at that point. And B, it'll be because I think the criminal cases will catch up to him. By that time, they'll have time to. See, everything you see with Trump now, the GOP isn't even denying this stuff. They're like, well, this case won't even be, the appeals won't even be until after the election and this. And so it's all like the next 6 months to a year. Everything about what they're doing is that. They're not focused on, like, am I innocent? Like, like, I didn't do this. It's all about, well, you just can't. You don't have time to prove it. The third thing, I feel like climate change will get worse by them. This is kind of dark, but I think that so much of Trump is talking to the boomers, talking about water saving toilets and dishwashers. Now he's talking about boats that are electric boats, and that what the boat sinks, you get electrocuted, or a shark gets you. He's talking to boomers. The water heater in there is Electric Star, is Energy Star. My last cooler, my last refrigerator was an Energy Star. I think that refrigerator is an Energy Star. I mean, we've got energy saving stuff. This TV is an Energy Star. This stuff is all around you. It's all around you. And the stuff they're saying, the points they're making, I don't think it matters to most people. When I moved home, when I got off the road in 2018, taking time, and I got my apartment, and I was, I wanted to get a water saving shower head. I wanted one. I searched for one. So let you know that this stuff that they're pushing, it's another example of how the things that Trump talks about and he pushes. I wonder who wants those things. Who cares? Like, who sits here and like, yeah, he's right. Like, who wants those kind of things? I know it's goofy and bigoted and shitty, and it's, I know it's ignorant stuff, but just the things that he does say that makes any sense, I don't think anybody wants that. I think that by then climate change will become so much worse. I don't believe in belief. I believe that things will become so horrific we'll have no choice. And not going into that. But I just think that the Hillary thing of that election of a witch and a demon, and that election was one that Democrats really couldn't win with Hillary. And I think that election was about. It was a perfect storm. And it was one, I wouldn't vote for Hillary Clinton now. I don't know anybody that did. I don't know anybody that did. And climate change, as you go, I'm into all that stuff. And I didn't vote for Hillary Clinton. So I think that in that world, like I said, that was 2016. We can't live in that world. The 2016, that was a different environment. The environment of the future, more wildfires, more storms, more emergencies, more disasters. You got bird flu on the horizon. You got COVID keeps reforming. I don't see how Trump can win in that kind of a world. Once again, he's talking about boomers, right? We're talking about boomers. We're not talking about average people who are trying to get somewhere. You're talking people who own homes and stuff. 4 more years, a lot more of them will be passed on by then. So I just think, I said it before, that if Trump had handled COVID appropriately, a lot more of his people would be alive today. And we'll never really know how many people died as a result of the Herman Cain Award, who just refused to take it seriously, and who died in red states, and how many people that would have voted for Trump. And that maybe they were sick then, maybe they had a little problems then, but they're dead. Or they're in a nursing home. And that if Trump had just handled it more appropriately and, hey, wear a mask. If he had done that, then he'd have them, they'd be still out here and hover around. They'd be out there in a wheelchair. They'd be out there with the grandkids. They'd still with the Trump hat on. They'd still be out there. But they're not, because they're dead. And it just gets me that if you're a Republican and you do the things Trump did, talking about dishwashers and water-saving toilets and energy-saving boats, and if you're that, and we know that boomers are like fossil fuels, they're finite. See the kids that support Trump, the young people that support Trump, that's different, because we didn't live in that era. I don't know what that era was, being able to send kids to college working at a gas station. I don't know what that's like. I lived through a recession, I lived through SARS, I lived through COVID, I lived through Katrina. I don't know a world. I lived through Ebola. I don't live in a world where you can do that. I never did. It was never like that. And so for us young people, there's an impossibility for us. It's like saying, I didn't know Dr. King. I never met him. I can't tell you who he was. I can read books, but that's it. That's where it ends. That's the same thing with the boomers. We didn't live in that world. We didn't live in that prosperous time. So with them passing away, I just think that the whole nonsense, the American dream, kind of goes away. Listen.